Today, we are diving into a whole new kind of information war. Seriously, it's a battlefield where seeing isn't believing anymore, and the fight for what's real is happening right on the screens in front of us. This quote from the investigative journalism group Bellingcat, it just nails it. This is the heart of what some people call discursive warfare. It's this constant, messy struggle to control the story, to define what really happened. And it perfectly sets the stage for what we're about to get into. So, welcome to the new information battlefield. We're living in a time where, anyone with a laptop and an internet connection can jump into the fray over what's true. And it's a fight that's being fueled by some incredibly powerful new tools. Tools that can either uncover stone-cold facts or create the most convincing fiction you've ever seen. Okay, so what's one of the key weapons in this new war? It's something called OSINT, which stands for Open Source Intelligence. Now, this isn't about secret agents or classified documents. Nope. It's all about gathering intelligence from the enormous trail of data that's already out there for everyone to see. Think social media posts, public records, satellite images, you name it. It's all fair game. Now, let's start with the good side, because OSINT can be an incredible force for good. You can think of it as a sword for accountability that gives everyday people and journalists a way to keep the powerful in check. And the history of OSINT is really a story of it going from this secret government tool to something anybody can use. I mean, back in 1962, the CIA was listening to a public radio broadcast from Moscow to get intel during the Cuban Missile Crisis. But the game really changed in 2014 when groups like Bellingcat came along and showed the world what a few dedicated citizen investigators could do. And now, it's a go-to tool for everyone, from the CIA's high-tech digital teams to volunteers working from their kitchen tables. And the results? They are absolutely staggering. By just carefully piecing together things like social media posts, flight records, and satellite photos, Bellingcat has managed to expose war crimes in Syria, unmask the Russian agents who poisoned Alexei Navalny, and figure out exactly who was responsible for shooting down flight MH17. It's just a masterclass in OSINT. And it all comes down to this one idea: accountability. As the founder, Elliot Higgins, puts it, it's about using those little digital breadcrumbs that powerful groups and governments leave behind to build a case and, speak truth to power. But remember that sword we were talking about? Well, it's double-edged. And when that incredible power of OSINT is picked up by an online crowd that isn't careful, it can turn into digital vigilantism, and boy, can it cause a world of hurt. And this is where it gets really, really tricky. You see, the same digital trail that you could use to track down a war criminal can be misread and used to absolutely destroy an innocent person's life. That line between a legitimate investigation and a digital witch hunt can get incredibly blurry incredibly fast. And these aren't just hypotheticals. The consequences are real and they are devastating. After the Boston Marathon bombing, folks on Reddit wrongly identified an innocent person, and his life was turned upside down. After the Charlottesville rally, a professor was misidentified and got death threats. And during the Capitol riot, a retired firefighter was falsely called a murderer and needed police protection at his own home. This is the real-world price we pay when the digital mob gets it wrong. Okay, so if a simple mistake by a digital crowd is that dangerous, just imagine the chaos that ensues when we can't trust our own eyes at all. This brings us to an even scarier weapon on this battlefield: AI-generated deepfakes. We're talking about the ultimate illusion. So what are deepfakes? Well, essentially, you have two AIs that are battling it out. One AI is trying to create the most convincing fake video possible, and the other AI's job is to spot the fake. They go back and forth getting better and better until the illusion is practically seamless. The result is hyper-realistic video of people saying and doing things they never, ever did. Check out this number, -9.76. What does that mean? Well, it represents something really important: the measurable cost of disinformation. One study actually found that after a major fake news event, public trust dropped by an average of almost 10 points. That is a huge, immediate hit to our collective confidence. And that drop in trust, it isn't a one-off thing. It's part of a much bigger, much scarier problem called truth decay. This is what happens when the lines between fact and fiction get so blurry that our shared sense of reality just starts to crumble. And when a society can't even agree on basic facts, well, good luck solving any real problems. Okay, so this all sounds pretty bleak, right? But here's the thing. the battle is far from over. In fact, it's kicked off a full-blown technological arms race for reality. And ironically, the same AI that creates these fakes, it might just be our best hope for spotting them. And this is the wildest part of the whole thing. Artificial intelligence is the very thing that's sophisticated enough to create these perfect illusions, but it's also our most powerful tool for seeing right through them. AI is literally both the problem and our most promising solution. So, how do we actually fight back? Well, there's no single silver bullet here. The solution has to be a full-court press, hitting this from 4 key angles all at once: the technology itself, public education, government regulation, and getting the social media platforms to take responsibility. And we're already seeing a whole new generation of tools pop up. There are AI detection systems that combine machine speed with human smarts. There are initiatives that are trying to create basically a verifiable birth certificate for media so we know where it came from. We can even embed invisible digital watermarks in AI content to trace it. And some research shows that even a simple warning, just a heads up that what you're about to see might be fake, can help our brains be more skeptical. So this is where we are. This is our new battlefield. And the lines of defense, they're not just technological anymore. They are personal. We all have a part to play every time we create something, every time we consume information. So the question isn't just what is real anymore, it's about how we choose to verify it, how we engage with the world being shown to us. So I'll leave you with this. In this war for truth, what role will you play?